And I squared C.
Yeah.
Was haben wir denn
I think I
da?
just bburned this one. I put the
Transceiver.
batteries. I didn't realize the
Ein
polarity. I just
Pad,
stuck the
das sieht
batteries
irgendwie nach
and now
selbstgemacht
it
aus.
doesn't turn on.
Oh.
I think I burned
Noch
it.
etwas, von dem ich
It's
nicht
okay,
weiß,
like-
was es ist, aber hier
I
steht
can
ja,
see a
Mercury
small
heißt das
green
wohl.
LED lights up, but the
Open
screen
Source
does not
HF
light
Data
up.
Modem.
You know.
Und ich denke mal, das ist irgendwie
Oh, the Pico burned, yeah.
Doesn't have a
eine Möglichkeit, digital Daten zu übertragen.
No,
Ich denke mal, hier ist der Entwickler und den ziehe ich mir gleich zur Seite.
no.
Here we have Rafael from, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil, and he's one of the main developer of this system. And what have you developed?
Right, we developed a system that is used by communities or peoples that are in isolated places that have no communication at all. So we developed this solution for people to be able to talk, to exchange messages, to exchange pictures. And it's a HF radio with the system that we developed. And we now are developing an open source modem called Mercury. Was the last proprietary piece of our system. So right now our system is 100% open source.
So I guess it's Linux based.
It's 100% Linux based.
I knew it. How is it working?
How it's working?
Yeah.
It's working pretty well. We have some deployments in Amazon rainforest. We did a big deployment in Central Africa Republic. Also for fishermen in Bangladesh, we installed in their boats.
So it's not only amateur radio related.
No, it's not. We started not really related to amateur radio, but of course I am an amateur radio operator, and we start to get more closer to the amateur radio community, especially because of our modem that's called Mercury, that of course starts to be used by amateur radio community, and as it's open source and as it's a very good solution compared to proprietary solutions, people start to adopt, and we're very happy about it. And we are very happy that we are also supported by the ARDC. It's an amateur radio organization.
Yeah.
They also partially funded this development. So of course we are now working much closer to the ham radio community.
So I can use it to send a kind of email with it.
Yes,
Can I attach things?
you can send email and even attach picture in the email, and it will go through.
The fish, it was so big. Okay. Which codec do you use?
Right, in Mercury now we're using the modulation part, and the modulation that is borrowed from Dave Droll, that he wrote the modulator used in 3DV, the same
okay.
guy that did Codec 2. That indeed the repository is called Codec 2, so lots of people say, you're using Codec 2. Yes.
But codec 2 is for sound.
Yes, it's in the same repo. So yes and no. It's not really Codec 2 because Codec 2 is for sound.
Yeah.
But the modem that he develops, I don't know why, he still lives in the same repository of Codec 2, the modulator code, the OFDM modulator and LDPC coder. So yeah, it's obviously not Codec
Okay.
2, but it's in that repo. And now we are evolving. We started from that, our baseline, and now we are creating our own modes to add to the gear shifting pool. So it starts in the very robust mode, and then if the propagation is good, the modem starts to speed up and change modes, and like gear shifting, called like in a car, change gears and go faster. And
Can you give us a short, brief
of course, yeah.
presentation?
I would just send a very simple message, like just to exercise. So here we have this radio. We gave the name of Gateway,
Yeah.
also the role, and this is Station 3.
Oh, I see.
It's just the host name. Let's put test day 2. This is the third test of the day. Let's just put something here, just not to be empty, the message. We can encrypt the message also, put like a password and then use the password to decrypt. Let's not put now. So transmission list. Let's send.
We made a video.
And now
Thank you.
and it's going. This is already the noise, the sound of the molding, mercury molding.
I see.
And
So how long will it take?
so this the math is like for one message is a lot of overhead because we use a protocol that it's called a DUCP that has a handshake, logging. So here we can see the status of the connection, like it's connected. There is an incoming call, so it will answer back.
Yeah.
And then after the UCP handshake, it will send the message. So for one single message, the overhead of the protocol is bigger than the message itself. But for example, if you send a 10 kilobyte picture, then yes, then it will be, let's say, from 6 to 10 minutes. And then the protocol overhead is not really matters. But for a very small message, this message with all the overhead will be 266 bytes,
Yeah.
and it will go in around 1 minute something.
Okay. That's not too much.
Yeah.
So one last question is, do I need infrastructure therefore, or is it just a point-to-point connection?
You don't need. You can have infrastructure. For example, in our networks, the gateway station is connected to the internet,
Yeah.
and all the other stations are in the forest, in remote places without no connection. So, for example, you want to send an email, right? The path of the email is like community in the forest, go to the gateway station over the air, right, over HF, and then the gateway station route the email over the internet. If the email is not if the destination of the email is not inside the network, otherwise.
Oh, that means I can write emails to the outside, to the real internet.
Yes.
Okay.
To the real internet.
That's cool.
And also, if for some reason there is no internet, you can talk inside the network
Yeah.
without internet too, no problem at all.
That's cool. If I'm interested to set up such an environment, what do I have to do?
Right. If you wanna, it's all open source, so you can download from our GitHub, for example, the Mercury modem. You can download the source code and compile. You can download the already compiled for Linux, even for Windows. We also support. And this interface, everything that you see here is open source. So obviously, many people just use the modem, the Mercury, and use the software they want to exchange emails. Some people came to us and said, use WinLink, that is another system.
Yeah.
And some people use other systems. You can use any. And most importantly is put the Mercury modem to work. And then if you want to use our solution to exchange messages, email, you can use, but you can use any other also. Yeah.
Okay, understood. Thanks, Raphael, so much. Was very interesting. Wer zuschaut, vielleicht einfach mal auch schauen, ob das möglich ist. Runterladen, man scheint einfach nur einen Linux-Rechner zu brauchen, hier ein Tablet. Und dann mal ausprobieren und vielleicht auch Kontakt zu den Entwicklern aufnehmen, wenn es nicht funktioniert. Das war das, was ich erzählen wollte und zeigen wollte von diesem Mercury-System. Eine tolle Sache, auch weil es die Möglichkeiten erhöht bei uns im Amateurfunk. Und wenn ihr es ausprobiert, wünsche ich euch angenehme QSOs 73 und bye bye.
Das war ein DD0 LQTC in Videoform. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, klickt gerne auf den Like-Button. In diesem Kanal geht es um Amateurfunkthemen und alle, die sich dafür interessieren, sind eingeladen, ein Abo dazulassen. Mit dem Klick auf die Glocke verpasst ihr kein Video mehr. Ihr könnt euch natürlich auch einen Reminder in den Kalender schreiben für sonntags um 12. Bis dahin bleibt uns gewogen.